So I'm so excited to have our diamonds here, but also for a fabulous event. So go diamonds.
Ain't got time for no leeches. Shining like the sun, I'm talking Phoenix. Yeah. I got a dream big. Why you stuck on the defense? Balling out like every season. I'm the MVP, better believe it. I put in the work, yeah, with no 9 to 5. I look at the sun, see myself in the sky. I wear dollar signs like it's a disguise. Open my eyes, I finally seen the signs. Finally seen the signs, that is no lie. If you text me with hate, you get no reply. I don't know why. They wanna keep me this. They try to tell me I'm not a dreamer. They just mad cause I'm a believer. And I'm hot just like a fever.
I want you to be able to be yourself here tonight.
If dreams don't scale, they ain't big enough, yeah. No, I won't stop, I can't get enough, yeah. Dreams don't scale, they ain't big enough, yeah. No, I won't stop, I can't get enough, yeah. I don't think the sky is the limit. Yeah, my dreams so vivid. And you know this is just the fuego, yeah. Set you on fire, got me like gasolina. You a lighter, yeah. You my mamacita, you my rider, oh. Taste like margarita when I bite her, oh. Colombiana.
And I remember trying to just model myself after their personality or whatever it was. Why? Because I didn't think that Holton Bugs, was enough to be a diamond. But I know I can do what they did to be a diamond.
Buckle up. You're watching Top Gun University on Boom TV.
I can't determine that. All I could do is to make it my vision and make it my goal and lay the pathway.
In the sky, I wear down the
All I
signs
could
like
do
it's
is
a
lay the
you text me
pathway.
with hate, you get no reply.
So
I don't know
those
why.
who never
They
had
wanna
a
keep me
know how to do it. They can do it here in our Boomerang.
Well, this is what the leaders are made. This is what the winners are made. In 2.5 months, we've done more than Apple did in the first 2 years.
Yeah.
You can't move up without bringing other people behind you.
I'm dreaming big. I work on the weekend. Ain't got
I
time
mean, when
for
you
no
talk about
leeches.
Michael Jordan,
Like the
you
sun,
talk about
I'm like a phoenix.
Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, we're talking about Holton Bugs in the industry.
See, when each person starts out, sometimes they start out at their lowest point. But you bounce out of it, and guess what you do? You ascend to the next level, because the things that are hard, that don't kill you, make you stronger, and the next thing you know, you ascend and you become larger.
Mr. Bugs, man, he's almost like Superman. One of the best business professionals I've ever seen in this period. Hands down.
Come from Brazil to make this possible.
When you start to look back, you should see leaders who are just as big or even larger than you are. That's called a legacy.
I got it really big. Why you stuck on the defense? Balling out like every season. I'm the MVP, better believe it. I put in the work, yeah, with no 9 to 5. I look at the sun, see myself in the sky. I wear dollar signs like it's a disguise. Open my eyes, I finally seen the signs. Finally seen the signs, that is no lie. If you text me with hate, you get no reply. I don't.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. I Boomerang. Hopefully everybody can see me perfectly here.
We can see you.
I can't see can you see me?
Yes, sir.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. That's what I'm talking about. Good morning, I Boomerang. Everybody, whether you are here in the U.S. across, maybe good evening, good afternoon.
It might even be good night. If you're over somewhere in Asia, we want to say happy Inspiration Day to you. Man, it has been such a long time since I have come on and done one of the inspiration calls. As a matter of fact, I believe that since we started doing these calls, it was about a little over 1 year ago. This is when we put together what we called our Boom TV, and we decided we'd do an inspiration call and give you an entire schedule of things to do. I think I did the second call, and guess what? I have not been back since the second call. So number one, I want to say congratulations, and I want to say thank you to everyone who has participated, holding our organization up and lifting them up in inspiration every single morning. I can tell you, I get text messages, or sometimes I'll see them in the chat about the inspiration that is actually taking place. Well, today's call is going to be a little different. I'm not going to stray so much to the left. I'm not going to stray so much to the right. I'm going to kind of stay somewhere on the edges here, as I'm going to bring you a couple of updates as well. I'm going to share something with you that hadn't been shared before about what we're actually going to be doing coming up in business. So there will be an update or two. And here's the thing that I want. Here's the things that I want. As I look right now, and I'm looking on Zoom, and I see the numbers that we have, and probably I can't look at Facebook right now. I'm sure Facebook is nice and lit as well. Every single morning, here's the thing, whether it's me, whether it's your GMA, whether it's J-Dub, whether it's Cesar Munoz, whoever it may be, whether it's Martha Ermias or any of the leaders that we have, morning inspiration should be just as packed now, okay? I mean, every morning as it is right now. Let's make sure, guys, that we start showing the support for our morning inspiration call. Not only that, here's the thing. It's not necessarily for the person who's giving the morning inspiration. It is for you. You know, how many of you wake up every morning and you have your morning dose of coffee? Some of you wake up every morning and you have your morning dose of your routine, of your vitamins that you've got to take. Why? It is essential for you to have that particular routine for you to get your day started. And one of the things that I would recommend that you do, and I will speak a little slower because I know Danielle is translating, but I may get on the roll, Danielle, so sometimes you know what I'm going to say even before I say it anyway. But one of the things that I'd have you do is make inspiration a part of your morning. Here's the thing. Here's one of the things that I found that can actually be done, and it's been done before. It's been studies about it. You take a group of flowers, and I never forget, they took a group of flowers. You can do this with rice. You can do this with honey. You can do this with anything that has live organisms in it or that is organic. And they took a group of flowers. They had a set of flowers over here to the left. They had a set of flowers over here to the right. And the set of flowers that they had over to the left, every day they would come in there and they would speak negative to it. Why aren't you growing? And man, your colors are wrong. And just say things that was not uplifting. This is to a flower. A flower can't see. A flower can't hear. A flower can't feel. A flower has none of the senses that you have. And they speak negativity to the flower. And some days they just put the flower in a corner and ignore the flower. Both sets of flowers exposed to the same amount of sunlight, so it wasn't unfair to flower over here to the left. Flower over here to the right every single morning. Somebody says, good morning from Tampa, Florida. Good morning, Tampa's in the house. But the flowers over here to the right, here's what they did. Every single day, they went and gave it inspiration. Every morning, they woke up and talked about how beautiful the flower was. They talked about how great it was, how the colors were so bright and so vibrant. And these flowers came from the exact same garden. And after a period of about 6 weeks, you went and looked at, not 6 weeks, after a period of about 6 days, you went back over here to the flower that was on the left and the flower that was on the right. And the flower that was spoken negative to had started to wither. If you looked at the fronds of the buds of the flower, they had actually shriveled up and they had become a little hard. They gave each flower the same amount of water. But the flower over to the left had started to shrink. It started to shrivel. It started to die. It started to just look like it was not taken care of. Whereas the flower over here to the right that was spoken affirmations to, that was inspired every single day, it started to grow. It started to look alive. It started to look like it was still youthful. It started to look like it was just getting started. And so I want you to imagine if that can happen to a flower, what do you think your brain will do? I want you to imagine if all that you had in the morning was your negativity and what you couldn't do, and heard the things about you or remembered the things about you, all the failures that you've had, and how my business is not working, and you look in your back office and you signed up 2 people and it shows that 4 quit. And you're like, how did that happen? And that's what you're giving your mind, and that's what you're feeding yourself, and that's how your day is starting. But you look over here to the right, and the person who wakes up in the morning and looks in the mirror and they talk to themselves and point in the mirror and talk about how beautiful that person is in the mirror, and how awesome that person is. And this person in the mirror, everybody wants to be a part of that person's business, that people actually come and flock around to hear all the things that I have to say. Money comes to me easily and effortlessly. Prospects are always looking for me, and they're ready for me to sponsor them as soon as I contact them. And I want you to tell me, out of those 2 people, out of those 2 brains, out of those two subconscious minds, I want you to answer this question. Which one of those will go diamond? Which one of those will go sapphire first? Which one of those will have the opportunity to take care of their family, take money out of it? Which one of those will enter a room and brighten it up? Which one of those 2 people actually goes to bed and feel good and feel happy? It's the one speaking life. And so there's no better way to get your day started than to plug into something like this and have some inspiration that's coming from the people that you know, like, and trust the best. And learn those stories and learn what is actually taking place in somebody else's life so that you can learn to relate to it. And when you hang up this call, whether that call was 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, or 30 minutes, you hang up that call, and what happens is it feels like you have actually worked out. How many of you actually get on our I don't want to go, and I don't want to go, and then you get there and you're kind of dragging, you're lagging around, or whatever it is, over. It's the quickest 30 minutes that's ever taken place. And then your 31st minute, your 32nd, 34th, 35th minute, you're so excited that you did. You feel like you can take on the world. It's all about feeding yourself that energy. My message to you this morning is not about the morning inspiration call. I guess my message to you this morning is for those of you who are sitting out there right now feeling like, when is it going to work for me? And some of you are just like myself. When I first got started in this business, I would look at the diamonds and they would be so polished, and I thought all of them were perfect. And I would look at them and I said, man, I know when they go home, everything is all lined up perfectly. And when they go out, all of them they've never had a money problem in their life. Man, their marriage is so perfect. Their relationships are so good. All of their kids are going to grow up and be triple backflip crown diamonds. Why? Because those are the kids of diamonds. And I'd look at those people, and then what I would do is I look at myself, and I'm like, man, here's where I come from. I come from the project, Tampa, Florida, Ponce de Leon. That person from Tampa, they know what I'm talking about. And I don't know if I can go diamond because I'm not like that person. I'm from the projects. They haven't scrolled across the stage a person who can go diamond who said that they were from the projects. And so I want to share something with you, a little story with you, to share with you that, you know what? It takes all type of us All different types of us can actually go out there and make it happen. You know, I remember when I was much younger and on my way to wanting to build something for my family. You know, we back then, you know, I was so budget conscious. And how many of you right now, sometimes you feel like you got to be so budget conscious? Got started in network marketing, and what I always did is I made room for in my budget. The first things were in my budget here were my priorities. It wasn't bills for me at that time. It was my audio tapes, my books. It was the products that I needed to buy for my customers and the products that I needed to buy for myself. I was always going to make sure that I learned early. I support my business more than I support Walmart. I support my business more than I support whatever other business. And those were the things that were in our budgets, and also the events and the functions. And I put those in the budget, whereas I didn't put concerts in the budget at that time. I didn't have a lot of things. And that's why some of you hear me say, I never went to a Michael Jackson concert. I really would. I never went to a Prince concert, and I can't do it anymore. I never saw Michael Jordan play, because those things weren't in my budget back then. But I did go to all my conferences. See, me watching Michael Jackson, it would have been an incredible memory, but it would not have put $1 in my pocket. But me going to my events made me a multimillionaire. I don't regret the choices that I made. I just wish that I would have sped up my process a little bit. And I never forget, you know, we go and at that time we were so budget conscious. I go to the grocery store, and we go to the grocery store back then, and back then, you know, we take one cart. Why? Because I had to monitor what she put in the cart. Why? We didn't have enough money. And so, you know, sometimes she'd want to grab this, and she'd want to grab steak, and she'd put it in the cart. I'd take it out of the cart, and I'd put a pork chop in there. Why? Pork chop's about 40% cheaper than steak. When she gets up to the counter, where's the steak? Well, maybe I picked up pork chop, and guess what? That saved me about $6 on that particular one item. I remember back then we'd go there, and I loved mixed nuts, and we'd get our mixed nuts, and we'd go home and after I come back from watching, after I come back from showing the plan, and after I come back from doing whatever it was that I do, I go to work, and I work 3 jobs. I'll never forget, I had 3 jobs at one time. Had a full-time job, I had a part-time job at Circuit City, and then I get off from Circuit City, and then I go and work at 1 o'clock in the morning to 4 o'clock in the morning, and I would throw the Wall Street Journal newspaper. And I did that every single day, throwing the Wall Street Journal, 3 jobs. And then in between, I'd find time to work my network marketing business. And here, why was I working 3 jobs? Because we just didn't have the money. 3 jobs and running a business at the same time. And when we get to the grocery store, I get my can of mixed nuts, and I never forget, I wanted to graduate up to planters. I used to get the artificial, I call them artificial mixed nuts, or the off-brand mixed nuts. And we'd get home and we'd sit there, and I'd watch a little television or whatever it was that I wanted to do. We'd watch a movie, and I'd eat our little mixed nuts. And here I am going into the jug, and I'm eating mixed nuts. And sometimes I come back and see, one of the things about mixed nuts is the cashews. I love the cashews in mixed nuts. And sometimes I go in there, next thing you know, I'm just eating and I'm eating and I'm eating. And I notice after about 8 times of me putting my hand in the can, all the cashews are missing. What's going on? I had mixed nuts and I'm looking in there, and all I've got there are looking like, just the walnuts or the almonds or the other nuts there. But the cashews is what I really, really wanted. And we'd argue over all the cashews and who's eating more cashews. And guys, that's how the budget was back then. We're arguing over the cashews. And I made a rule, listen, for every cashew that you eat, you've got to eat 15 regular nuts before you eat another cashew. And I didn't understand money can solve all of those problems. So we had all of these issues, and we made the rules about the cashews. You put your hand in the cashew jar, the mixed nut jar, you get a cashew, and I look out of my right eye and make sure she's eating 15 mixed nuts before she eats another cashew. And then here's what happens. We go through this rule for so long. The next thing you know, start making a little bit more money. Go back to the grocery store. Next thing you know, in the grocery store, we now are a 2-cart family. I make a little bit more money. She can have her own cart. No problem if she put a steak in there now. I've got my own cart. I'm going through the mixed nut aisles, and guess what I see? I see 100% cashews. And I look and I do a double take. I'd never seen anything that was so beautiful. Never seen anything that was so intriguing. And so I grabbed the 100% cashews and I'm sitting there and I'm a little nervous. Why? Because you know, when you grab the 100% cashews, it's about 2 to 3 times the cost as mixed nuts. Why? They figured out that everybody wants the cashews. And I'm in my mind going on at this time because we're not rich yet, I'm not even close to rich yet, but I can pay my bills. And I'm sitting there like, man, this is going to take me way over budget. If I grab these cashews, I should stick with the mixed nuts. And one voice on my shoulder says, HP, get those cashews. You deserve it. You work real hard. Another voice on my shoulder saying, you know what? You better get those mixed nuts. You start doing stuff like this. This is how people go broke. They go out there and And the other one said, no, you deserve to go out there. It's you who are taking those no's, who's going out there and providing and doing everything that you're supposed to do. You deserve those mixed nuts. Sitting there and I'm going through this little tug of war. Should I get the mixed nuts? And I grab the mixed nuts, and some kind of way I'm just imagining people looking at me. Why? I've got a can of mixed nuts. I grabbed the cashews, and so I grabbed the cashews, and I'm looking around, and the people who are looking at me, I had this status about myself. Why? Because now I have 100% cashews. I had never gone to a friend's house and seen cashews 100%. Everybody always had mixed nuts. I had a friend, and they had the Planters mixed nuts, which was a good one, but I have 100%. He probably got an inheritance or something like that. He's a trust fund baby, because nobody walks around. Let her go through. I put my stuff up there, and the last thing I put, and I guard them with my life, and I put them up there at the checkout counter. I put my cashews up there at the checkout counter. Why? Because I wanted the cashier to know it was me who bought the 100% cashews. It was 100% cashews. I'll never forget getting home, couldn't wait to open up the cashews, crack up the seal, take the little blue lid and throw it like a little Frisbee. How many of you have ever done it? I know you've done it before. And I crack open and I crack it open, and they've got this nice silver lining that's on it. And as soon as you crack it, I crack it, and you can smell the expensive nuts. You can smell that, man, I better enjoy these or bankruptcy is going to come. If I keep doing this, that's the person on my left shoulder, and the other person on my right shoulder. And I'm sitting there with the cashews, and here's what happened. I take my favorite movie, Don't Get Popcorn. I get cashews. Why? Because we fought over cashews so much. You had to eat 15 nuts, and I'm sitting there and I'm eating the cashews and eating the cashews and eating cashews. And after about 8 to 10 cashews, or 8 to 10 trips to the cashew jar, you know what I realized? This is really boring. I realized that cashews by themselves are almost horrible. I start to realize that the cashews, you basically That's why I love network marketing so much. See, you come to an iBoomerang event, you're not going to see all doctors in there who has the prototypical resume and all lawyers sitting there and everybody who's rich and everybody who's got everything together. And we're sitting there holding hands, singing Kumbaya. It doesn't work that way. See, when you come to one of our events, or if you ever have a chance to be there, what you're going to see is you're going to see broke people. You're going to see rich people. You're going to see people who have no concept of wealth. You're going to see people who have no concept of being broke. You're going to see people from broken homes. You're going to see people who come from a two-parent home. You're going to see people who have every single kind of story that's out there. And the main thing I want you to know that we need to see in that can of mixed nuts is mixed nuts. It means that we have made room for you. We've made room for you. See, in a can of mixed nuts, you fit into a can of mixed nuts. But in a can of perfect cashews, doesn't work. A can of perfect cashews, we don't want a can of perfect cashews. Why? Boring. It's boring. Go to an event and see everything's perfect and find someone who's the oddball. Everybody puts their attention on the oddball. Why? Because we are attracted to mixed nuts, not the cashews. And I say that, ladies and gentlemen, to give each and every one of you who are watching right now, to give you some hope, to let you know that we welcome you. We welcome you into this can of mixed nuts. And see, in the can of mixed nuts, you can be whoever it is that you want to be. And that can of mixed nuts, you don't have to put on. If you're one of those sunflower seeds, then be a sunflower seed. Guess what? You fit. If you're a raisin, guess what? You know, now they have mixed nuts with raisins. They've got them with all kind of stuff. They even have them with M&Ms in there. Why? Because we accept you just the way you are. And I want every single person who's on this call to understand that you can do it. That you are a mixed nut. You can be a cashew. Just jump into this can. Guess what? We welcome you too. You can be a pecan. Jump into this can. Now, if you're from Tampa, we don't say pecan. We say pecans. Okay? You can be a mixed nut and you're welcome. If you're a walnut, if you're an almond, whatever you are, we welcome you into this can. You know, ladies and gentlemen, I have one announcement that I want to make as well. And hopefully my message takes you on this Wednesday morning. And hopefully my message gets you through the day and allow you to finish the day so that you're so inspired to have a better tomorrow. All I want is this. I don't want to inspire you, ladies and gentlemen, for the rest of this week. I don't have that type of power. I just want to inspire you for today. And you allow today, and you finish the day, you make a change tonight to say, tomorrow morning is going to be just as good. And maybe I just light the fire. That's all I want to do. I just want to light the fire. And if you're following my message, and if you believe that your fire has been lit, in the chat, I want you to put the fire emoji in the chat. Right now, put the fire emoji in the chat if you believe that my message was for you. If you want to be in this can of mixed nuts, I want you to put that fire emoji right in the chat right now. On Facebook, on wherever you are, if you're on the Zoom, I want you to put that fire emoji in there. That's what I'm talking about. Every one of you deserve to be here. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here's what I want to talk to you about real quick. Here's a couple of announcements, and I wish I can go on and on, but I want to be respectful of time. I know many of you are driving to work right now. Some of you are probably standing outside right now, ready to go into maybe the gym. You're probably standing outside, ready to go into your job, and probably you're a couple minutes late because I'm going overboard here in terms of my time. But I want to share a couple things with you. We've been talking so much, and today's the end of the month. In terms of for each and every one of you to have the opportunity to rebound. Now, here's the thing that I love about being an entrepreneur. And some people always talk about fair. I had a meeting with our corporate team last week, and I told them I'm not a fair person. I don't believe in fair when it comes to economics, and I'll explain what I mean. Why don't I believe in fair? Because some people think fair is that I guarantee that each person is going to be a diamond, or I guarantee each person is going to make money or success. No, I don't believe in that. What I believe in is what I call equitable. I give each person the opportunity to get the outcome that they want. And so as much as we're creating the stage, as much as we're making the environment perfect for you to go diamond, we're making the environment perfect for you to take care of all your financial issues. We're making the environment perfect for you to build a large business, for you to be that speaker that you want to be, for you to be able to get on stage if you want to, for you to be able to tell your story the way you want to tell it. We have created and made the stage so that you can do it. But I can tell you this, we're not going to guarantee that that's what you're going to get. You have to guarantee it. You have to guarantee it. Y'all hear the bell? I guess that's the bell letting me know that I should go ahead and shut this call down. But what I want to share with you is this here, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? We've been working really hard. We started this year off and we've talked about star achievers. First of all, I want to say congratulations to all of our star achievers and our superstar achievers that we have all over the world. It is absolutely going insane. Every week, there's more and there's more and there's more and there's more and there's more. I have to tell a story real quick, and I hope he doesn't mind me saying it. I was looking through commission checks because we're looking at some things in compensation of how we are going to help, not help, but how we are going to provide an atmosphere for people to be able to double, triple, quadruple, and 10 times their income this year. 10 times this year, not next year, this year. I believe that when you rebound, you don't go back to where you are. You rebound and go back to above where you used to be or places that you've never gone before. And I happen to be looking at someone's commission checks, and it was Ronell Sylvester, and I'm looking at his commission checks, and I won't tell you what the amount is or whatever it was, but I looked at his commission checks and that went out, that just went out on the 20th of this month, and I'm like, hold on for a second, because I'm looking at like our top list there, right? And I get to see like the top 20, the top 50 commission checks on a residual basis every week, every month before I send them out. And I'm looking and I'm like, hold on for a second. Did he go Blue Diamond or something? And I looked at the guys and they said, no. They said, well, why did you say that? I said, I'm looking at his commission checks, his residual. I said, well, hold on, let me did we do an audit on residuals last month? And they looked and said, yeah, we, our tech team did the audit on the residuals. And so I went through and I logged into his back office. I said, let me make sure that there's no double and triple pay. And I logged into back office, and I wish I could show you guys actually a screen here to show you how awesome this was here. Matter of fact, hold on one second here. I'm not going to show you. I think I've taken it down now. I would have, if I had it up, I would have shown it to you, but it wouldn't have been his commissions, but I was going to show you what I saw. And I think I may have, here it is right here, okay? I'm going to show you something that just floored me, okay? I'm going to share my screen real quick. And Ronald, I hope you don't mind. I'm going to show this. They're not going to see your total income here, but people have to understand how this comp plan pays. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, let me get to my screen share real quick. Hold on one second, guys. You guys have to see this. I still have it up on my screen right now because I was so intrigued when I saw this that I was like, hold on, let me make sure that this is right. Let me go to screen share. And here it is right here. And I'm going to share a screen here. Okay. You can't see his total income up there at all, but watch this here. Here's what I start looking at. Okay. I start going through the residuals back there, right? And let me go back to the to this other page. Let me go back. See up here, I'm on page 4, if you notice, okay? And there's 996 entries here or commissions that he was actually paid on. And I'm looking at these commissions here, and I'm looking at each person on the left. Look at the people on the left, okay? Let me go up to the top here, and I want you to see this. This is why some of you have no idea how our comp plan actually does work, okay? Now, you'll see the first person he got paid on is a person called Abdul, then Ainsley, and then you go to Aisha Clark. And I'm like, hold on, he got paid 8% on Aisha Clark, 1 time, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times on Aisha Clark. And I'm like, hold on, this is the problem. We've got an error here. We're paying him too much. And I went and looked at it, and I said, oh, 8% uni level for product for iGo subscription. Okay. And then I looked at it and I saw, I'm sorry, here we go, 8% for iGo subscription for Aisha Clark. Then I looked, Aisha also had a travel savings commission. He got paid on that travel savings commission wherever Aisha is in the organization, which she is not on his first 3 levels. She's somewhere in his organization because he got paid. If you look at it, she's on his level 4. He also got paid on her travel savings. Then he also got paid another travel savings bonus. He got paid another travel savings bonus for Aisha on the 7th level and the 8th level. And I'm like, how did he get paid on both levels? It's called dynamic compression. He got paid again, travel savings bonus, and then down here he got paid on another subscription that took place within that month as well. So here's what I want you to look at this here. Watch this. I'm going to go to look on the left side. You see all of these multiple people, but I'm going to show you. Here's what I'm looking for now. Let me go to the next page, and I saw a bunch of them on the next page. You see them here as well. Look over here on the right-hand side now, where my mouse is. Okay, and you see who this Ayodel Gabriel, okay, or Gabriel Ayodel, however it is. I'm sorry if I'm butchering the name. And I started to look over here, and I'm like, there's a $24 commission on level 4. Yep, a Zents purchase on level 4, 8%. He got 8% on that. Another Zents purchase from the same person. He got another $24. That's $48. Now, here's the thing. Level 4, he's got a $48 commission off of 1 person on 2 orders. I go here, and I start to look, level 7, Zents order. He got a $21 commission. Another level 7 commission for the same person, $21. Now here, this person has made 2 purchases, but we have paid Ronell 4 separate times because of dynamic compression. Let me explain what that means. Ronell qualifies for the 4th level of commissions, okay, and the 5th level. In this example, that means you've got to at least be a Ruby to get that, all right? So here's what happens. Because somebody in Ronell's organization didn't qualify for the 4th level, Ronell got the 4th level for them. Because somebody didn't qualify for a 5th level, Ronell got paid on that 5th level. When I look at this one person here, if you look at it, if I take this person, Mr. Gabriel here, he got $6, $5.25. He got 24, 24, 21, 21. One single person, that will be 42, that will be 48, that will be total of 87, that will be 93, that will be $98.25 income from one person who's not even in this top level, okay? And I start going through and I'm looking, look, Barbara Wallace. Barbara Wallace got multiple entries there. And I start going through and I'm looking at all of these, like $48 over here. If I look at Christopher Morris, $48, he got a commission and then a $6 commission. And I'm looking at the right side because see, before Zents, the only thing that you saw, the maximum that you would see unless there was a large travel savings bonus was $7.50. That's the largest right here. And that means within your first 3 levels in a subscription. And so if you take a look at it, with Mr. Gabriel, Ronell made about $100. Before, to make $100, it would have taken 13 different subscriptions to make the same 13 subscriptions within your organization, within your first 3 levels, to make the same amount of money as he made from one single person. Some of you have not woken up yet and smelled the Zents. Some of you may be still asleep, saying, man, I can't believe I signed up so I didn't have to have any product. You didn't sign up so that you didn't have to have any product. You signed up so that you can take care of your family. And as I went through and I looked at all of these commissions, and I'm seeing all of these people who have multiple entries, and I'm looking at subscriptions and Zents, and subscriptions and Zents and subscription and Zents, and I'm looking at all of these entries throughout this back office here. You know, look at here. Here's another one here. Desmond Donaldson here. Okay, I look over here and I see he made a $15 commission here because that was Zents. He made a $3 commission here because of Zents. $7.50 iGo subscription. This was no commissions here. This was the iGo replay. $1.50 Zents purchase. That means this person is going in there buying Zents like that. Why? Because they have customers for it. Desmond, another $3 commission. Another $1.40 subscription. See, before we launched this, you would see 1 entry per person. Maybe 1 or 2 entries, depending on dynamic compression. And it's hard to even go through his back office without seeing multiple people with multiple entries. The next one, Diana Ortiz, what do you see? $12.60, 0, $5.25, 63 cents, $6.30, and then $6 here. Then I see Diana Ramsey. What do I see? $6, 24, 21, 00, $5.25, 480. And it just keeps going on and on, an unlimited number of pages that I see. I even look at his son here and I see on his son, $7.50, $1.50, $1.50, $9. Zits purchase there, $1.50, 10 cents here. Travel savings commission, $24 Zits purchase, okay? Now, why am I telling you this? Because as I looked through Ronell's commissions and I looked at what his commissions were in December, then I looked at what his commissions were in January, and I looked at what his commissions were in February, and ladies and gentlemen, they tripled. In 1 month, from January to February, because somebody got real focused and said, I am going to make sure Star Achievers is a focus in my organization, and their income tripled. Now, here's the thing I want you to know about the iBoomerang compensation plan. Many compensation plans out there, you could have a person making like a huge amount of money, and then there's a huge drop off from everybody else based on why? Because they have what we call rank bonuses. I've seen these plans, and they will take the 1 person or the 2 people or maybe 3 in the company and parade them around as they, man, look at all the money that the people in this company are making. And you say, okay, well, who in your organization is close to you? You've got to drop down 6 or 7 times multiple to find the next person. And all of that space in between. See, I designed this plan based off of what I know was equitable. When my residual was over $1 million plus a month, and when I was making that type of money, you didn't have to go far to find number 2. I had a person making $600,000 a month, and then I had another person 400 plus. I had multiple people making $400,000 a month, and then I remember I had Luis Ventura in there, $300,000 a month. Edwin, $200,000 per month, and then we had so many $100,000 per month distributors at one time, because it's impossible in this plan for you to make money with your team not making money. This income is a representation that Ronell's team tripled their income as well. Or many of them doubled it. Many of them went up 20%, 30%, 40%. And this is not just him. This is many other people within the organization. I just happened to see this one, and was wondering, how did this check triple? And then I went through and did my own personal audit, and I found it out. And ladies and gentlemen, let me stop sharing right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I share that with you for a reason, okay? I share that with you because I want you to understand that when we put this in place, we don't put this in place because we just want you to buy product. Reason that we have product is to serve humanity. Why did we do Zents? Because we filled a need in the marketplace, okay? Why are we launching Elevate this coming Saturday, and I can't wait? Because there is a need in the marketplace. Why do we have iGo? There's a need in the marketplace. What we do is provide an opportunity for you to take this product and put it out there in the marketplace so that other people, okay, you meet the needs of those people. When you supply the needs of the people, you get paid. That's how this works. And what they've done is they've done the exact same thing. I can take you to Sam Bean organization. I didn't look at his, but I'm sure it's the exact same thing. I was talking to Cesar Munoz, and he was talking about the percentage of growth that happened within his organization, okay? I was actually looking at Tyra's residual check as well, and I looked at where she was 2-3 months ago and looking at where she was, and I saw this increase in income in the residual. I wasn't looking at the weeklies, but the residual income, and I'm still looking at all of these increases, and then I'm looking at the total company payout, and I'm looking at the total company payout increase, and increase, and increase. Remember, Star Achievers is not a star buying program. What we don't want is anybody buying just so you can fill your credit card up and say that you're a Star Achiever. You get the product and you get it out to a customer, period. You do not want to get left behind. We will be making some strong announcements. I'm telling you this today, why? Because today's the last day of the month, and some of you still haven't woken up and smelled the Zents. And when you miss the month of March, or you did it the month of February and missed the month of March, the announcements that I am going to be making, and hopefully we would have things ready to make the announcement sometime in April. You're going to look back and you're going to do one or two things. You're probably either going to you might get so mad that you might want to quit because out of regret, or some of you are going to say, he meant rebound. I see what he meant by rebound. And I'm giving you all the clues. When we're working, our whiteboard or our blue board looked like you walk into a chemistry lab. Okay, it looks like you walked into a chemistry lab because all the stuff that we're working on, I showed a little glimpse of it to our Project 10 group. And I'm saying if you can decipher it, they'll understand how rich they can be if they follow these instructions. But ladies and gentlemen, make sure that you're working this and doing it the right way. Now, as an upline, you don't pressure anyone to become a Star Achiever. You share the value. Share the value. Don't pressure anyone to become a Star Achiever or a Superstar Achiever. If I were you, Superstar Achiever, I'm talking to about 10 people right now, that's it, just 10. Everybody else, I need you to kind of close your ears because this is not for you. This is only for about 10, maybe 15, maybe 50 people. Everybody else, close your ears, okay? This is big boy, big girl talk I'm about to say. I'm about to say some stuff. If I were you, let me whisper, I would get Superstar Achievers like ready and like lined up, because when I do what we're studying and planning on doing, it will benefit you. You know how they say some things are hazardous to your health? It would be hazardous to your wealth not to produce Superstar Achievers. And some of you already have a head start. And when I say ready, set, go, it's going to be like Beyonce when she dropped her album on on social media and Instagram and Facebook, and nobody knew about it, and became first person who ever sold that many. You don't want to be caught slipping. Okay, I can't preach it to you enough, because reason we were up so late, we're so excited. We're counting everybody's money. We're like, man, when we do this, and that's all I can say. Anyway, okay. Now, here is the cool thing. Okay, here is the real cool thing. Star Achievers is going to have its privileges. There's going to be meetings that only Superstar Achievers have the ability to come to. Okay. And we're just going to be doing things like that. Matter of fact, I want to show you what we're going to be doing for recognition for Star Achievers. So Mark, if you could, I want to show you with Star Achiever. Let me explain it before you put it up, Mark. Before you put it up, okay, here's what we're doing for Star Achievers. Obviously, we're giving the recognition on flight school. And that's cute and that's great. And certificates have been mailed out for all the people and stuff like that. It gets much better than that. Okay, much, much better. Okay. And so here's what we're going to be doing. We're gonna be sending out your recognition rank, your Star Achiever pins. Now remember, for Star Achiever, how it works is consistency. So if you fall back and miss a month, you're already going to start back over. Anytime you miss a month, you kind of fall back and you start over at 1. Okay. And so we're going to have certain things that are only available for Star Achiever 6s. Or what we call perfect attendance. So that means that even if you got into the business late and you're a Star Achiever 6, and some of you may be Star Achiever 15s or 12s, the Star Achiever 6s get to come because they're perfect attendance. Okay. But we're going to show you right now what these pins are going to be looking like. And we got something real cool that we're going to do as well that we're working on. I'll tell you about it. So Mark, if you don't mind, let's show them one of the first pins here. Okay. So you're going to receive, now this is once you hit Star Achiever 3. Okay. Star Achiever 3, we will not send out pins for the first Star Achiever. Okay. Once you've consistently hit it for 3 times, we're going to send out your Star Achiever pin that you will receive. This will be either a lapel pin, or you will also be able to have it on a little necklace. Okay. Just like we do with our regular pins. And obviously we're going to put you up on our star wall. You want to make sure that you're on the star wall, and we are going to show who's Star Achiever consistently. And we're going to have our class. And with me, I never wanted my group to look at a star wall of recognition and see my name absent. I just never wanted that to happen. And so now from Star Achiever, now we'll do this at 3, and then at 6, it's going to be a different pin. Okay, we're recognizing 6. So we'll send it to you at 3. Once you've hit 6, we'll send it to you as well. And then once you hit 9, and then we'll show you what we'll do once you hit 12. So let's show them what Superstar Achiever pins look like. And this is based off consistency as well. Okay, so this right here is a Superstar Achiever pin. Even though this says Star Achiever here, it's going to look like this. The font may be a little different. I saw this and I said, this looks like Star Wars font, but we're going to change it up a little bit. And this right here will be for the first Superstar Achiever rank. Okay. And then every month that you go through, so when you hit 3, it's going to be Superstar Achiever 3, 4, 5, 6. And then when you hit 6, we'll make sure that you've gotten your 6th one as well, things of that nature. Now, here's what's really cool with Star Achiever that we're going to be doing. For the ladies, sometimes the ladies may not wear the pin because they don't want to poke things. I think it's a magnet anyway. But and this can be for guys as well. But my wife is really, really particular when it comes to her jewelry and stuff. And she likes her stuff, and I never forget. And I got the idea because one year I bought her a Louis Vuitton charm bracelet. And it's got all these different charms, and it was for Valentine's Day, and and every year I'm getting myself in trouble right now, but every year you can get her a new charm. So I bought her a bracelet with the charms, and I haven't bought any charms. I bought one extra charm, I think, right? So I just set myself up to go spend some money. But anyway, so we are going to have a Star Achiever charm bracelet, and that way you can have your Star Achiever bracelet. And then every time you get a new charm, you just add it to your bracelet, and it's going to be really, really nice and cool. And it'll look a little different. the charms will be a little different, won't be as big as those, but we'll make it really nice and unique. And that will be your charm bracelet for Star Achiever and Superstar Achiever. And then, ladies and gentlemen, with all those benefits that we're going to have, Superstar Achievers, we're going to have some leadership events and things of that nature just for Superstar Achievers. Matter of fact, here's what we're going to do. I'm making an executive decision right now. And I know Mark's going to kill me because I didn't give him a chance to prepare a slide. In Mazatlan, I am going to do a Superstar Achiever breakfast, okay? I know that they were already planning something, then they canceled it, and I know I'm going to get yelled at as well because I'm not the party planner, but I'm the CEO and I get to make these decisions. So anyway, Superstar Achiever, it's either, I'm going to call it a brunch, okay? We will get you the details, and you have to be superstar. You can't be a diamond. You can't be a blue diamond, or you can't be a ruby and get in. You have to be a superstar achiever. And what I'm going to do is, when we're in Mazatlan, I am going to prepare the superstar achievers, and I'm going to prepare them for what is to come so that they can actually be the first people to quadruple and 10x their income. And only superstar achievers will be, please don't come ask me, hey, listen, my little guy here, he flew all the way, from Cancun to be here at Mazatlan. No, I'm sorry. Or he flew all the way from Spain to be here in Mazatlan. No, it doesn't work that way. Or he flew all the way from the United States and hey, he spent his last dollar. Well, I'm sorry. Does he have 5-star achievers front line? You can't get in, okay? And so I'm gonna do that, and it's gonna be either breakfast or a lunch. We're gonna call it brunch right now. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you, and so that when we make that announcement that we're going to make, and I told Edwin, I wanna make it, in Mazatlan, the announcement. He says, man, you're pushing it. So, but you know me, I push things, but I believe we're gonna make it soon, that announcement. But we are going to be releasing something in Mazatlan that's going to blow you away. I can tell you that right now. Star Achiever, Superstar Achiever is going to be like a joke. And watch your checks, okay? Just watch your checks. All I need you guys to do is stay focused here, okay? Stop looking to the left. Right now, here's the thing. This is not from an intimidation standpoint. Everybody can tell you. You talk to me about another company, I don't care what they're doing. I don't give a crap if they're doing $20 gazillion a minute. None of that stuff matters to me. I didn't get to where I am by focusing on somebody else's growth or lack of growth. Something bad happens to a company, so what? Something good happens to a company, congratulations to you. iBoomerang is where I focus. And so you've got to get the same focus. Some of you are tuning into the social media in the height of everyone else's success. This is why your group is not growing, because you're focused on what that company is doing and this company is doing, and because that company doesn't feed your kids at all. Okay, and here's what I want you to know: it's no different than our company. When you hear stories, you hear the stories of the top producers. It's not representative of what everybody's doing in the company. It's the representation of the top producers. And so you got to stay tuned in and focused. I told you guys, if you want to rebound, you are going to have to get tunnel vision with us this year, okay? And so we are going to do something in Mazatlan that's going to be incredible. We will be launching something new product, and that will be bigger than Zents. And Zents is, I love it. I mean, had it, I didn't use it this morning yet, but had it yesterday. That's how we work so long. And the customer feedback is absolutely insane. So get yourself prepared. Now, when you go 12-month Star Achiever, okay, this is not the exact design of it, but we want to show you what you're gonna, and you can only get this from iBoomerang, okay? You can only get this from iBoomerang. You guys know I love watches, and you will have a customized iBoomerang Star Achiever watch that you can't buy it. You can't earn it because you went ruby or broke 6 rubies. You only get it because you were a 12 consecutive 12 superstar, 12 star achiever watch. And then if you are superstar achiever, you know what? We didn't think about this, but Mark, maybe we put some bling in it. Maybe we put some diamonds in that watch. And the cool thing about it is that when you walk into an event now and people see your wrist, they already know. You don't have to say anything. They already know, okay? Especially when you walk in and you got your bling, the dime. When I say diamonds, I'm not talking about like totally blinged out, but I'm talking about, instead of some markers here, maybe the marker, the 12, the 3, the 6, and the 9, we can put maybe some nice diamonds in there or something like that, and kind of bling it out for them. And the only way you can get it is you got to stay consistent. Now, why? Superstar Achiever 12 months is a little more challenged than Star Achiever. Why? Because you are focusing on, you can't do it alone. You got to develop other people to be able to do this. Okay. So it will always have its benefits, and we are going to spoil you like crazy. You say, well, what about diamonds? This is going to produce more diamonds than anything. I never focus on building diamonds. I focus on what diamonds are made of. Diamonds are made of sapphires. Sapphires will be made of superstar achievers, and superstar achievers will be made of star achievers. Don't do it the opposite way. Stop. I never tried to go crown diamond, ever, when I'm in crown ambassador. I never focused. I never set a goal for crown ambassador. I set a goal for how many sapphires I was going to have in each one of my leg, and how many I was going to produce every single month. And I base it off of how many star achievers. And at one point in time in my organization, I had over 16,000 star achievers, and the volume requirement then was 450 PV, which was $500 QV. It was $500 a month. And at 16,000 people who were star achievers, that's how I did it. I didn't do it because I went out trying to focus on diamonds. I build diamonds. I don't recruit diamonds. I recruit men, women who have dreams and goals, and give them an opportunity to become a star achiever, who then give them an opportunity to become a superstar achiever, and give them an opportunity at superstar achiever, they can see sapphire. And at sapphire, they can see ruby. And at ruby, then they can see diamond. That's how I did it. And that's how we're going to do it here. Okay. One other benefit I want to give you is this here. In Mazatlan, ladies and gentlemen, we haven't announced it, but we haven't done it in so long. There is no party like an iBoomerang party, and it doesn't stop here. Once we get to Mazatlan, we have a closing celebration party. We have a maximum of 400 people that can attend the party. Maximum. That is the max that can go. Here's the thing. If you are a star achiever, you're already included. You get in free. There's no cost for you if you're a star achiever. You get in free. Everybody else, the only other tickets that we will have, and we will put them on sale either, I don't know when they'll have them on sale. Hopefully they can have them on sale today. It's $49.99. That will include all of your food. That include your food, your drink, your party. I can tell you this right here. Food and drink is all included. Fun is not. You got to bring your own fun, okay? You got to bring your own fun, but you don't have to worry about your eating that night. This is the cost. It takes care of every single thing. And all we tell you, ladies and gentlemen, is be responsible with all of your beverages, but all of that's included in this price here. And we are going to celebrate. We hadn't had a chance to get together and party like crazy, and we're going to take as many of the precautions as we can. Some of you who don't want to participate, we completely respect and understand that. But this hotel, they have all the protocols, all the precautions that need to be taken. And we're going to follow those to the T, and have as much fun as we can, and be as responsible and respectful as we can. And here's the thing about iBoomerang. Regardless of which perspective you're from, we don't make any judgments. Yeah, and I see one of the things that divide a lot of people is the judgments. And you see people who having some fun and whatever it may have been, and you have people who are say, "Oh, you should be social distancing for the next 20 years," and they judge the people. And then you have the people who are looking at the people who are not having fun and they're judging them. No, it's not about judgment at all. I'm not going to judge either party. I don't want to be judged either. But I will be respectful of everybody's space. Will be for those people who understand, hey, listen, I'm coming here. Here's what I want to do. They're going to follow the protocols that they have set for these spaces to take place. And that's how we're going to do it. Okay. So, but other than that, ladies and gentlemen, you guys have been absolutely incredible. Thank you for tuning in to my morning inspiration call. Can't wait to get to Mazatlan with all you mixed nuts. Love you guys. Boom. See you.
Accelerate, 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 accelerate. Yeah, accelerate, 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 accelerate. Yeah, foot on the gas and I'm going fast. I accelerated 200 and it's on the dash. I accelerated, always first, never coming last. I accelerated, take flight, yeah, first class. I accelerated, yeah, I accelerated. I'm going fast now. You know they don't want beef. I feel like a cash cow. Stack it up. I put all my money in Teslas. They trying to catch up, but ain't fast enough. We the winners, it's unanimous. I threw a boomerang and hopped on a plane when somewhere it never rains. Yeah, we breaking records like every day, and you know it'll never change. I'm swerving on in my own lane with ice water in my veins. And we built a team so strong, yeah, you know we gotta maintain. Yeah, wait. Accelerate, 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 accelerate. Yeah, accelerate, 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 accelerate. Yeah, foot on the gas and I'm going fast. I accelerated 200 and it's on the dash. I accelerated, always first, never coming last. I accelerated, take flight, yeah, first class. I accelerated. Yeah, you know I accelerate. Every day I gotta celebrate. And you know I had to elevate. Every morning gotta meditate. All this paper that I'm finna make. Feel like Jordan cause I bought a day. $1 million, it's on the way. I'ma be the one they nominate. Every day feel like a holiday. I ain't playing, I'ma get it. I don't want my car to be rented. And I want my windows tinted. I just wanna be independent. Feeling like the lieutenant. Money man in the system. And you know I'm finna get it. Accelerate, 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 accelerate. Yeah, accelerate, 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 accelerate. Yeah, foot on the gas and I'm going fast. I accelerated 200 and it's on the dash. I accelerated, always first, never coming last. I accelerated, take flight, yeah, first class. I accelerated.